Okay, the screen is recording now, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to open up the PowerPoint presentation here real quick. Okay, today is Thursday, October 28th, 2010. It is a little after 4 o'clock here on the West Coast. That should be 6 o'clock Central and should be 7 o'clock Eastern. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I can hear a couple people beeping that they're coming on, so that's good. All right, we're going to go through the basic rules real quick. Questions must be relevant to what we're covering today. If you have a question, instant message or email me at coaching1on1@gmail.com. We'll answer as many questions as we can as we go along, and then probably at the end as well. And like I always list on my basic rules, if you have any question or ever in question, always Google it. All right? Okay, how to access the recorded sessions. One thing I forgot to tell you last week was that I added a password on that training videos page, and I'll tell you the reason why. Twice as many visitors on my website were going to the training videos, and that's not normal. Typically, if I have, for example, 20 people on the call, people get on the recorded session in 1 or 2 days after the session, and usually the number's 20, 25, 30. The other day, I found 390 accessed that page. So I thought I'd put a password on there because I wanted to keep any visitors going in there from accessing those free videos, and also to record them. They can actually record of a recording and use that for their own website. So I put that password. So just type in lowercase letters Yoda when that page comes up, and you'll see that it's password protected. Another thing is I had somebody email me the other day and said, you can actually do that. I said, yes, you can. You can create a password protected page, or you can make a group of pages into what we call a private area of your website. I'm going to briefly show you today on how to do that on your website. It's very easy. It's not really that complicated. It's actually in an area on your edit page or edit post that's always been there. You just probably never realized that it was in there. So we're going to show you how to do that. It's very, very simple. So if you had, I designed a website for a client about a month ago, well, almost 2 months ago, and she had lessons that she was going to sell on a package deal, like $13.95 for a package of 8 lessons. Now, her previous web designer, unfortunately, when he created her website, those pages could not be seen by the public, but it could not be seen by the search crawler as well. Well, on WordPress, the neat thing about WordPress is that by creating a password-protected page, you can still create a page where the crawler can view the page, even though somebody who wants to subscribe can't access that page. So what I would suggest people when they do that is to create the page like a normal page and then make it password protected, okay? And it will show up in your navigation menu bar, it'll show up in your archives, it'll show up in your page list, but if somebody clicks on it, a password is going to be required. Now, that keeps the viewer from seeing the page, but that doesn't keep the search engine crawler from crawling your website. So that's a really cool way of doing that. I'll show you briefly today. It only takes a few minutes to show you that, so I'm going to walk you through and show you how to do that real easy and real quick and real simple. So it's not really that complicated. It's actually fairly simple. Okay? And that's what we call a password-protected page. Okay? And I'm going to show you the private way of doing that as well. Okay. One of the main areas that we're going to cover today, in fact, is the main area that we're going to cover today. You'll notice that from the template or the slides that I gave you in the PDF today, is we've got enough data to cover us for about an hour, hour and 15 minutes. Part of the reason why is I'm a big baseball fan, so I want to watch the World Series. That's one part. The other part is that I've had people ask me, is that, are you going to run that into